Hey everybody, it is John the Comic Guy, and today is Saturday, June 14th, and is the day that we have been anticipating, GarageCon Summer Edition. So Joe and Matt haven't gotten here yet, so they're going to probably arrive in about an hour, but I'm an early riser. I'm so excited for today, and I wanted to pull all my cars into the street. So I'm going to turn the camera around, and I'm going to show you at least what my final setup is looking like. For those of you who have been in my garage, you'll see a very familiar sight. So here are my basically the $10 and higher bins. For those who aren't familiar, if they don't have a price on those, you just know they're automatically $10. Otherwise, they're going to be priced separately. I also then have my $5 bins. Those are it doesn't matter what the price is. They're $5, and then of course, another $10 or higher bin. And then finally, these are all presumptively $10 or higher. That's the Providence collection. So those three boxes are separate and separated. And anybody buying any of the books out of the Providence collection will get a certificate of authenticity that I'm the curator. Then I have a little bit of music here, records. Really only a few $5, the rest are 3 for $10. I got some DVDs, got CDs, some 45s, and some VHS tapes, obviously going cheap. And then finally, by the way, for those who didn't know, and it's funny, Joe Tara just found out the other day because he ended up selling a couple of the books I published. This was my old banner. I just put it up because I thought it looked pretty cool, and who knows, maybe I'll give it away one day, but if anybody's local and they're like craving an Ultimate Comics banner of an old defunct publishing company, let me know and we'll talk. Otherwise, then I also have some toys, my giveaway books, which are the readers, and here's some more readers from Game Informer, some toys that I got recently, and cassettes. All the cassettes, 3 for $1. So hopefully it's going to be a good turnout. And once Matt and Joe get here, I'll do a little bit of recording. And I got to remember to make sure I don't put the radio on at that time for copyright infringement purposes. And last but not least, my wall. I'll be filling out my wall in a little bit. I'm going to have a little breakfast coffee, and I'll fill that wall out. All right, so this is my final wall. I'm putting up all Providence collection books. Just hopefully let everybody see some really high grade stuff from me. Matt just got here. We reshuffled just because it looks like today might be the first day it's gonna rain on GarageCon. I readjusted the table, and here's Matt adjusting. He has got a crap load of stuff. Man, Matt's bringing his store in. And then Joe's gonna be here shortly, I'm sure.
Don't you wish that, like,
All right, so we have the early birds here, but we got me, we got Joe Tara from Joe Tara 97. Of course, Ryan, he is the early bird.
Only by 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10-minute early bird. And of course, we got Matt. So I'll flip it around. I'm going to show you some of Joe's stuff as well. Yeah, Joe is he is like the G.I. Joe machine. He's got stuff. Really amazing toys. So he's got some comics, but he's really focused a lot on toys. It's a great variety. Great variety. Of course, you see Matt's stuff.
I used to do travel ball stuff, but not any of this stuff. Yeah. I'll run,
Just
bundle
showing
deals
some,
too.
just getting some footage on the
Bundle
cut,
some stuff together.
putting music and stuff behind it and all that kind of good stuff.
Despite it being overcast, this is going pretty darn well. GarageCon has really become such a cool gathering of really good friends. But I want to give a very special shout out again to my co-vendors. Matt from Patriot Comics was there, and Joe, who sells great stuff, G.I. Joe stuff, comics, toys, on Whatnot. So if you haven't, please hit Joe up at Joe Tara 97. So really, the three of us had such a great time. We all did pretty well, despite the fact that the weather was a little wonky, right? It was, showering a little bit. Joe had a pop-up tent that he brought, and that really did help a lot. It never downpoured on us, but it did. It sprinkled, and this is a rain or shine event. If need be, we would have all squeezed in the garage, but I do think this GarageCon is such a good time. Just put on your calendars. I think the next event tentatively is going to be our annual Black Friday sale, which is the day after Christmas. It's that Friday after. Did I just say Christmas? My brain, no bueno. Senior moment, the day after Thanksgiving. So the Friday after Thanksgiving, guys, is likely going to be the next time we do a GarageCon if everything holds out. A couple of people worth noting now, of course, is John from John's Comics. He had some issues medically and was unable to be a vendor here. Also, Kevin from TR Collectibles, he's a great guy. You could see TR Collectibles on Whatnot. He didn't have health issues. He had home construction issues, right? He's been having his pool repaired. He's been having trees knocked down, air conditioning repairs. So, I mean, the guy's amping up his house, right? He's tricking it out. And I think concrete was being poured or they were doing some kind of work around the house. So, hey, home life, man, that takes priority. So he couldn't make it. Also, Scott Temple, our customer who came the longest way, met with me, and you saw in last week's video, we did a little trading, but he had to go home because of health issues, and Scott, driving 4.5 hours, and I'm not sure how long it took you to get back, but thank you so much. That's truly a supportive customer, so I really do thank you so much. As a fan goes, you are top shelf, so thanks so much. Now, these are what I ended out getting from GarageCon. So, Joe Tara, again, if you haven't hit him up, please do. He's a great friend, first of all, but he's also a great vendor. He's on Whatnot, Joe Tara 97. But at the end, he's like, "Hey, John, thanks for having me over." And he gave this to me, and I love it. It's a Dr. Octopus Funko Pop. So I'm going to, I am considering doing a toy Whatnot show. You know, between Matt and between Joe, these guys are really great with toys as well, right? They're diversified. They do comics, they'll do magazines, they'll do anything. I ended out getting inspired at some yard sales. I picked up some toys. So I think I'm going to do a toy only, or maybe a kind of a mixed show on Whatnot. But whenever I do toys, I'm going to make sure I display this prominently with pride. Joe Tara 97. Dude, thank you so much for the Doc Ock Funko Pop. I dig it. It looks like it's a Funko Pop Lego Funko Pop looking Dr. Octopus. Very cool. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. So now Matt and I from Patriot Comics, he and I did a little bit of trading, and these are the books that I'm going to keep for myself. So we traded inventory, and I added some books that I'm going to ultimately sell on Whatnot. But out of all of those books, these 4 are the ones I'm keeping. Spectre number 0. I got a couple issues of this, but I'm going to keep one. I always liked the Spectre. I think you guys know. I always appreciate characters with capes. And I just always thought the Spectre was really cool looking. Pardon me. But this 0 issue, if you remember, DC in the 90s came out with these 0 issues, and I thought they were fun, right? I'm keeping it. So, Spectre 0. This is really the one I was happy to get. And I got a couple of issues of this as well, but this is the one I'm keeping, is Lobo Zero. As you guys know, I'm a Lobo fan. With the Lobo movie coming out whenever, I thought this would be a good, not only a spec book, but a book that one of the copies is going to my collection because I love the artwork. This artwork is fabulous. In fact, I would say this and the Spectre cover are among the coolest Zero DC issues. Right? And they really don't have a lot of high value, but they're cool. I think in the coolness factor, they're ranking right up there. So Lobo Zero, I'm really happy to have it, and I really dig the art. The next is a lower to mid-grade, but as you guys know, with Marvel Comic Presents, I love the Weapon X by Barry Windsor Smith storyline, or the story arc. This has a tear across it, right? So I'm saying this is a 4.5. So it's about a 3-inch, 2.5-inch, maybe 3 inches is a little exaggerated. A 2.5-inch tear, but again, it's the story. I don't mind having a low-grade copy. This is a reader copy. I'm keeping it. So this is issue number 76 from Marvel Comics Presents, Barry Windsor Smith's Weapon X story arc. I love it. I dig it. I'll even keep multiple copies because I'm going to read through it and continue to enjoy it. The last but not least, and again, Matt, Joe, thank you guys so much for participating. This is another Weapon X story from Marvel Comics Presents. This is issue number 80, Barry Windsor Smith. I'm keeping it. I was really happy, and these were really just in the dollar bins from Matt, right? I was flipping through, and it's like, let me fill it out. This is, again, this is a mid to high grade, so I mean, this might be a 9.2. I pressed it already. It's not perfect, and it might have a spine tick here and there, but overall, for a reader copy, a 9.2. I'm good with that. So, everybody, that was my take from Garage Con Summer Edition 2025. Really, everybody who came out, I really do appreciate you. You guys are so supportive, and we really enjoyed hanging and talking to you. If not, I would say at least mark off on your calendar Black Friday of 2025, the day after Thanksgiving. Maybe let's plan a get together again. If you guys like this content, I would encourage you to please hit the subscribe button. Please feel free to make comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you were there and if you had a good time. Let me know if you're thinking of coming on Black Friday. Certainly share this video with anybody you think collects comics that would enjoy this kind of content. And finally, I always appreciate you supporting and subscribing. So if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. And I will talk to you guys soon.